Jeffrey brought up Fani Willis a little bit earlier, and he was very passionate about her as a Black woman.
Correct.
And say exactly what you said, because I don't want to misinterpret your words.
So I was really appalled by some of the scrutiny that the judge laid out when he was talking about Fani being unprofessional, about the way that she held herself on that panel, because let's not forget, she was not on the trial. This was a hearing. And so for them to put her like she's on the trial and at a hearing is different. I also, for me, being from where I've lived and from my experiences in life, to know the differences with how they treat ethnicity. And so I know that if there was someone else in a different person or a different DA than Fani, maybe Caucasian, I'm going to say Caucasian, maybe I'll say Jewish, I'll say Catholic, let me say, they would not, them to be passionate, it's a different thing. And I think that when an African American or a person of color is passionate and is upset and they're telling you how they feel, it rings differently from people in other ethnicities. For me, my mother doesn't react like my teacher might react.
Yeah.
For me, my teacher doesn't react like my aunt may react. Everybody has different reactions. I don't think that anything that Fani did was inappropriate. I think that if somebody was coming toward me, I might be defensive as well. You
said you don't think anything that she did on trial was inappropriate, or anything that she did that they brought to the trial was inappropriate?
I don't think that anything that her actions at the trial were inappropriate.
Just wanted to clarify.
Okay, girl. Do you hot? Because turn the fan on, bitch. Because this thing is hot over here. She is hot.
Well, because I feel a certain way.
I'm fanning you. Okay.
The reason that Fani was brought to trial, because she's the person who wanted to prosecute Donald Trump.
Understand.
For
and she is the district attorney.
Yes.
And that's her job.
Yes, and that's her job, and she found some findings, and everything looked great. It was like everything was running smoothly.
So you're mad.
But no, if you coming for somebody, they're going to come and find you.
No problem.
So my problem with Fani is that she didn't do her due diligence and wipe herself clean of all the wrongdoings. And you can't hire your lover, pay him more than everybody on your staff, and then vacation with his ass when he a full-time married man. And then you had the nerve to go on the pulpit at a church and say, give Black women grace. You want me to give you grace because you're sleeping with a married man? Sis. No.
It's not about...
I'm not giving you grace.
It's not about giving her grace because she's sleeping with a married man. It's about giving her grace in general for anything. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that
that's what she was saying when she was on that pulpit, because at the time she was on that pulpit, it was right when they uncovered all the salacious acts that she had done with that man who was married.
So when she called you and told you what she was talking about on the pulpit, what did she say?
She didn't call me.
Ding,
it
ling,
was
ling.
She don't have to call me because the internet is gonna call me.
You can laugh, girl. She ain't gonna beat you up, bitch. You can laugh, girl.
No, I ain't gonna beat nobody up. First of all,
you good. I'm glad
this ain't baddies of LA girls. You good?
Well, I'm glad you're saying what you were saying, because at first, when you first started off, I said, "Oh, now I'm about to be the only one with."
No, you're not.
I don't care.
And then I was like, oh, "Okay,"
because it's wrong. Like, to me, like, if I'm gonna come after the president of the United States of the Americas.
White men do it all the time.
My background better
White
be...
White men do it all the time.
No, but here's the thing. Your background needs to be clear because first of
you're
all...
Black.
But first of all...
Because you're Black.
And yes, because I'm Black.
Hold on one second.
But shouldn't you want it regardless of whether you
color?
No.
You know I understand what you're saying. But I'm also saying that because we are Black, we are held to a different standard.
And you're going to become after. They're going to come after you. So
that's all I'm saying.
My whole thing is like, sis, you knew this was going to happen.
So that's where your anger comes from. Nothing other than that. But because we know as Black people, the scrutiny that we're going to be put under. And so you're angry with her because of the scrutiny.
Because you're a
That's why.
reflection. You're a reflection.
Right. And that's all I'm saying. But I'm with you.
I'm mad at the fact that she hired this. I'm mad that girl.
Baby, if it was
ain't,
me,
ain't nobody single in Atlanta.
Girl, if it was
ain't no qualified man in Atlanta with no ties to a wife. You had to fuck the one man that you hired and pay him a substantial amount of money, and he was married. Sis,
girl, if it would have been, I would have probably did the same exact thing.
Not me. I'm not.
Wait a second. They didn't go in there liking each other. That happened to happen as the time went on, correct?
I believe she hired him
knowing.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
He was hired at that salary because he was her lover.
But the white guy got the same amount.
What white guy?
She hired a white guy and a black guy. She hired two people.
So
for the same amount of money.
I didn't see where the white guy was in there for the same amount of money. I'm just saying
she hired two prosecutors, and if you say you heard what she said in church, she told you that she hired him and she hired the white guy first and the black guy. Girl, I'm not here to go back and forth with you guys, girl. I really ain't.
We didn't hear Tiana's opinion. Slow down, boo, because you hot. Let's fan you off. Shit. Girl. Tiana, go ahead.
Girl, Tiana talked.
She did not talk. Back up from
Roll
the
the tape. Roll the tape.
Back up from the mic.
Roll the tape.
Anything before you jumped in there.
Roll the tape. We're gonna roll the tape.
I think I pretty much ad-libbed, and then you jumped in, and then I got another opinion. So I barely said anything.
Go ahead, Tiana.
But even if that's the case, that she had two people at the same amount, once you engage in relationship, you know what the procedure is. So there's no if and buts about it.
Have you ever fucked somebody on the job?
But I didn't hire them.
Not on the job.
I didn't hire them.
Have you ever had sex with somebody you work with?
I didn't hire them.
No.
I wasn't the CEO of the company. I didn't hire them.
Have you ever had sex?
I didn't hire them.
So maybe you did.
I did, but I didn't hire them. Shit, you what you not go do?
So maybe you did. Was it at every job or just one?
Rules are rules, and rules
was
are
it at every job or just one?
Rules are rules.
But I don't think it's fraternization. But guess what? The court of law motherfucking said, "Girl, you can stay on this case, but one of you guys have to leave." And he left and he bowed out, which was great.
As he should have.
Yeah.
And
because he was the lover and he wasn't the head of the company. Like, she had her shit stacked up. She built a beautiful case up against Donald Trump. And the only thing that she did wrong was slept with the man.
There was nothing wrong about that. Wrong.
Sleeping with a married man?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He wasn't getting divorced.
He wasn't.
No.
Correct. He wasn't getting divorced.
Oh, was he? Because the wife was the one who leaked everything to the Trump camp. So you tell her, huh?
She did.
Yeah, so she was the one who helped.
So what's her nationality?
I don't know what her nationality is, and I don't care.
Check it, boo.
Do I care?
Check it, boo.
She was as an ex-married woman. Right, I would feel a certain type of ways finding out that.
I understand.
Yeah, like no.
So let me say, I do not condone extramarital affairs.
Sound like you do.
I don't.
Because you was on Fanny's side.
I still am on. I'm on No. I'm on Fanny's side.
You were talking about in the courtroom. Because
I would say in the courtroom.
The way she
I'm
was
not
reacting.
on Fanny's side. I think that she has that's very, 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 very wrong judgment. I think that is fraternization. I think that when you have things like that, I think that also, I'm with you. We're under so much scrutiny. So,
so you gotta be clear.
That's a part. But then I was totally with you guys, right? But then I had to tell myself, why am I always putting myself and making myself and hurting myself even more than everybody else, and not understanding that we're under so much more scrutiny than the average individual. We put ourselves under more scrutiny. We're going to be beating up on ourselves, but we'll give everybody else grace. And I want to give her grace. I'm sorry for the wife. I'm sorry for the family and everything that was involved. I just don't think it was right, but I just don't like the way that the judges approached her when she's doing her things. Like all that stuff, everything that you're saying, I'm agreeing with everything that you're saying.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with the family and stuff that was torn apart. I don't like the way that the judge came at her because I'm saying, why would you come at her like that when we've had men politicians who've done worse?
Yeah,
and
I
the
agree.
judge don't go at them so harshly, right? But because you're a black woman, you think that you can talk and berate them and tell them, oh, well, you should have blah, 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 blah. No. And she didn't do anything wrong in the eyes of the law. And she's arguing, and Trump argues the same exact thing every motherfucking day, that, oh, I can't do this in the eyes of the law. And so now we have a person of color who's doing the same exact thing. And I think that as an African American, we hold ourselves to higher standards. We don't want to appear in issues like this right here because boom, we already got 10 strikes against us. And so it's like we're trying to say, hey, girl, why didn't you just stay
But that's
on
how
top?
we're brought up.
Exactly.
We're brought up and told you have to be 10 times faster, stronger, wiser. Like, you have to just have all this stuff. So with that being said, and she's from the generation that we're from, and when I say we're, I'm speaking about you and I.
Right.
So she quote unquote knows better.
Correct.
So you have to be more polished, more this, more that, so that there's no scrutiny or nothing can be brought against you. So then I kind of look at her and be like, sis, you let the dick pull you out of your strength. So come back. Dick, you can find, let me tell you, I know good dick. Good dick will do it. But you got to sometimes jump off that motherfucker and be like, the job is more important.
You hear that?
I hear the dick in the background.
It's just a call.
But
baby,
she was doing what she was
he's
doing.
a cute guy, though.
Good. And I
I'm
think
like,
his wife thought the same thing.
It's girl, when y'all went on a smoke break. What's up, Fanny? Yeah. Okay. And see, that I think that's the biggest thing because people like thinking, now you got all these things that we can make 1,000 jokes. Like, okay, you guys, when they go on recess, Fanny and him can go in the bathroom and he's going to pull her skirt up and fuck her from behind. And then they're going to go back. Okay, open the argument. She's going to sit on the seat and leave a pussy wet stain.
Let her leave it. And be like, you know what? Fuck these lawyers. Fuck these judges. So speaking of people being dick whipped, Drea Michelle is having a baby with a 21-year-old basketball player.
Yes.
Congrats, Drea. Drea, you're having a baby with somebody who's same age as your baby. Congrats.
Really? Her kid is the same age as him?
I believe so. Let me do my investigation. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
But what did you... I thought that was cute. There's one other lady who's also doing... You want to look into my saved? There's also one other lady who's having a baby by another 22 or 20-something-year-old ball player. I think that... I think is money hungry. I think that anybody who has a motherfucking child should be able to support it. And if they can't support their baby, they shouldn't be trying to get child support, especially if they've already got coins. Just saying. Because a lady can also get a condom just as well as a man can. Okay.
Right.
So while I'm going through my Instagram posts, recently Mooney Long was working on in the studio with J. Cole.
Money. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Yeah, Money Long. And so, you know, she sang that, what I do when, what is that?
Which one? Friend, where have you been? Nobody love me like you do. No.
Nobody. So anyway, she was in the studio with J. Cole. And he heard her talk negatively, and he walked out because he doesn't like the negative energy. What do you feel about that?
Hey, to each his own.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta protect your energy. I've been around people and the conversation, because it also depends on like your mood. Like, are you in a position to handle someone who's spewing out a bunch of negativity? Sometimes you're like, look, I gotta get out of here, clear my mind, because I think he's had like, I don't know his history. He's been like in and out of the music thing, and it seems
Well, he does
like
basketball. J. Cole is so positive. He's like one of the positive rappers.
Yeah,
he does
he's
basketball.
very positive.
So he's very good. And so, what do you think?
Protect your energy at all costs.
Okay.
And if that is something that you have healed from, being around negativity, and you hear it popping back up again, sometimes you just got to pick up your shit and go. Lord knows I have quietly been like, y'all know what? I'm going to scoot out without an explanation as to why I'm scooting out.
Oh, that's why you do that.
sometimes you just gotta, because my energy would be like, something don't feel right.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't owe anybody an explanation.
Yeah.
Right. Intuition, honey. That's what God gave it
So
to you
then
for.
you just remove, you know what? I'm going to remove myself. So more power to you, J. Cole. I would do the same thing.
I've done that in like a group chat. Asked the friend of mine who put me in the group chat, went a little negative, and I said, "Oh, do you mind taking me off the group chat?" So I understand, because sometimes it's like it could be too much, especially if you got other stuff going on in your own head. You're like,
And I'm that person who I don't like negativity. I'm like, when somebody comes in, I'm like, hey, how are you? I had the worst day. I'm like thinking, fuck, Jeffrey, do not ask them how they're doing. Say, hey.
Be like,
Just say hi. I don't ask them any questions.
I hope you
What's
having
up?
a good day.
I
know
hope
what
your
I'm
day
saying?
turns around.
So I learned not to ask, because people be like, oh, thank God you asked, bitch. I'm like, no, ma'am. So,
Be
you
like,
know.
I didn't mean to.
You're right. Recently, this young lady it's in Alaska. This young lady, let me not say young, because once you see the video, you'll see how old she is. So check this video out. Right. So this lady, she's from Planet Fitness. She she got her membership revoked because she took a picture of somebody in the bathroom, a transgender person in the bathroom. And what she was saying
Violation.
is that is a violation to take a picture in the bathroom. But she was also saying in her defense that the guy was, I'm sorry.
The
Shaving?
woman, the trans person.
Correct. The trans person was shaving. And so then there was a 12-year-old young lady in the bathroom who seemed mortified. What do you think about that?
First of all, why does Planet Fitness have open showers like that? Y'all don't have doors that close?
No, it wasn't an open shower. She was standing
At the sink.
At the sink?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, boo. If you're doing male-like activities, do male-like activities in male bathrooms.
I understand. I'm with you.
I mean, to me, I am all for the all-gender bathrooms. I believe that it takes all the stigma out of male, female, da 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 da. However, if there's a 12-year-old minor in there, I have a problem with a trans person being in there, because these are children who are not yet at the mindset to understand and to grasp is what's really going on. So I don't like kids to be exposed to that without parental guidance. So if their parents are okay with it, cool. If their parents aren't okay with it, like, can you just wait, or can y'all give us another bathroom to go to?
Correct.
I think Planet Fitness can do better with that, and I think the parents can also ask Planet Fitness to do better with that. So I don't want to see no woman shaving at the sink, because I ain't gonna be doing that.
And
So I did look up Drea Michelle's son's age. The oldest son is 17.
Okay.
So 4 years difference from her baby daddy. But you know what? Somebody brought up a good point. They said Marcus Houston dated his wife from 16 to 18, married her at 18, and everybody was okay with it. Drea Michelle get pregnant by a 21-year-old, and she 39. Everybody mad and pissed off and telling him he lost one and this. And I said, why are we like that? Why is it such a double standard? Like, a man can do this and it's okay, but when a woman does it, it's frowned upon.
Wait. Marcus Houston was 18.
No, the girl he was dating, he was 36.
Okay.
So he started dating her at 16. Mm-hmm. When she turned 18, he married her.
Okay.
And he got her pregnant.
Okay.
So for 2 years while she was a minor, they were dating.
Okay.
While he was in his mid-30s.
I understand.
So I'm like, why are we mad?
That's alleged.
No, it's not alleged. It is true.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just saying.
And he spoke about it. He's like, yeah, well.
Why is it? Because it almost is like she didn't just do it to a man who's working at Burger King, right?
It don't matter.
Sweetheart, I'm just saying.
That's the environment she's been around.
It's ulterior motive.
She didn't do it to somebody who's driving the bus.
But
people are harping on the age.
She went to somebody who went to, because it's going to be for her security, for her child security.
At the end of the day,
we all know the truth.
If you know that she likes to fuck around with high-playing ball players, then you know what's coming with it. So, Mr. 21-year-old,
keep your dick tied up in a little saran wrap, and then you don't have to worry about kids. But he seems to be happy about it.
Yeah.
Like, because he's been posting, he's like, I can't wait for my baby. Like, yo, why?
If you hit it off with somebody, you hit it off with them.
And then why are we as a society now looking at them or looking at her as like a bad, oh, she's the villain. She did this, she did that. Look at what she's doing. Girl, have your baby, live your life.
Well, what do you think about Sexy Red? And then
what about her?
This guy named Aiden Ross.
Oh,
what happened?
So he was on a podcast recently, and he said he fucked Sexy Red.
Good for him.
And then this bitch says, I did, but he paid me. What do you think about that?
I love it.
Okay.
Good for you, sis. Call the motherfucker out.
Exactly. She said, I did, but he paid me.
Come on.
What do you think about that, Tayana?
well, I mean, I think there's nothing wrong. Hey, I stay out of people's business. Honestly. Like, as long as it's legal. I mean, even though I guess it's not legal if he paid you for sex, because that's technically prostitution.
No, it ain't.
But
because she don't work for a company. She worked for herself. He left money on the counter. Shit, she took it. Fuck it.
Well, back in the Diddy news, so there was this guy that I guess his name is Joseph Ostrovic.
Okay.
So he said that he had saw Diddy fucking DJ Felix, that cat.
Okay.
And what you guys are thinking about that? So see, everybody's being like they don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore. I mean, like, we know, like, Diddy had wild parties.
House parties in Miami.
We know
he
that.
had sex with a kitty cat?
No, it's a guy. He's a DJ. So there,
I mean,
so
look.
all of this stuff is coming out.
Who cares? Diddy lost his power in Hollywood, and now everybody's exposing all the shit that he did. We knew this shit was going on back in the day. We heard the salacious stories about, you know, Diddy would make a guy suck his dick for a contract. Like, I'm not...
Who?
I've heard that Diddy would have guys suck his dick for a contract. Be like, how bad you want it?
Girl,
Suck
why
my
you ain't
dick.
ask me? Because I wanted to be a singer. I wanted the same shit. Bitch, hello.
I mean, I guess I'm just over it at this point. I'm like, y'all, let Diddy live. He only got, I mean, how many good years left? I mean, the older we get, like, who cares? Let this man live and be happy with what life he has left. Let him live.
Does anybody watch Real
Real?
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta or anything?
I watched Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Not Atlanta.
No.
So if you watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, for those people who do, I watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And so I'm going to just give these girls, like, okay, so Kendra is married to Young Jock. Young Jock has about 8 motherfucking kids from 8 different women. Or maybe
many.
4 different women or 5 different women. But anyway, he wants his youngest baby mom, and the baby's probably like 1 year old or 1.5 or maybe 2, he wants his current wife to meet that person, the mother of the baby. And she didn't want to meet him. Her.
Who doesn't want to meet who?
So Kendra,
The baby mama or the wife?
The wife doesn't want to meet the baby mama, and the baby mama is insisting that they meet because
I
she's
agree.
sending her child over.
I agree.
And she's like, no, because they were
I
still
agree.
in a relationship when him, Young Jock, and the girl conceived the child.
So what?
Okay, just want to hear your opinion.
I mean, look, you got to do what's best for these kids. And then she's, as a mother, she's just making sure that you're going to do what's best for the child. So, hey, let's meet. Because I would rather have a face-to-face conversation with somebody rather than a text or a phone call.
I'm with
Because
you.
you know what? I can read body language
Yeah.
and I can see, like, your intentions.
And who wants their child with somebody who they haven't met?
Right. And especially if they're adamant, like, oh, I don't want to meet you, then I'm going to be like, I don't feel comfortable bringing letting my child come over with y'all when I haven't met you.
Because to me, it's like you're almost putting our situation above my kid. Because I can see if I'm trying to meet you because I'm trying to put my hands on you. But if I'm just trying to meet you so we can talk about, okay, I just want to see who you are, see what you're about. 'Cause my children let me over there. It's like, what's the problem?
Well,
You know what you was getting into.
But here's the thing. I think there's a whole bunch of, there's a part of society or part of people in society that are not mature enough to handle co-parenting. And when their ex-partner is like, hey, I'm ready to do this co-parenting thing. Let's bring us all together. I want you to meet this person. You meet this person. And there's always going to be one person who's resistant to it. And I feel like they're resistant to it because there's still feelings there on their end. And they haven't healed from whatever the thing is. So I think the wife, because you said that baby was conceived while they were dating.
While they were dating, yep.
So the wife is still hurt that he went out and fucked the old girl and got her pregnant. So she got to let that go. She shouldn't have married his ass if she's this butthurt.
I agree.
Like, sis, you should have never got involved. Like, girl, grow up. Get out of it if you don't want to be in it.
So, what do you think about, did you guys see the Whitney Williams special?
Oh, she looks so bad. Did you see her feet? My God, what is going on?
The funny thing about it is I only seen the very first one.
The very first one, you see her feet. She show you her feet.
In the first one?
In the very first
episode.
No.
Okay, what show are you talking about?
The newest Whitney Williams thing. It's like
I haven't seen.
It's like an episode. Yeah, it's an episodic.
The first one I saw was when they were talking about the man and his wife and all this kind of stuff, the new people. So maybe I need to see the second one. Maybe.
Wait, when you say the first one versus the second, are you saying something that happened years ago?
No,
when you
there
say
was
the
something
first
new.
one?
So the recent.
So the most recent one, the first, it's like within the first 10 minutes,
like
she shows her feet,
and she's sitting on her couch, like laying on her couch the whole time.
And she shows her feet. You must have walked away. Them feet.
But I've seen her feet before.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
She can barely walk. Her feet are a totally different color than the rest of her body.
Like an elephant.
You
never seen it. She has lymphedema.
Oh,
so but you should have seen them when she was on the show because she would be standing up and she have on shoes and
it'll bubble over.
Yeah.
Ooh. Lord.
Okay, let me stop talking about Wendy. But Wendy, we miss you and we hope that you recover soon.
And I hope them feet get back.
Yeah. So, and then you heard about Rihanna's performance in Indian to a party for the billionaire. Bitch, they must have paid this bitch a pretty motherfucking coin.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's what everybody keeps saying is like she wanted to practice and I think they could pay her a cute coin, but I think she also used it as practice. Because she's like, well, let me get back into it. Let me go on a tour. If I can use this as a performance rehearsal. And
I didn't think about it like that.
Well, a couple of the, what do you call them? Bloggers. They were saying that maybe she's using this as like a way to like maybe prepare for a tour.
Well, good for you, Rihanna.